While hunting, a man suddenly realized something terrifying. Not far off, a twisted figure appeared out of nowhere. Just one glance, and he knew exactly what he was facing. He quickly ushered his son into the nearby hunter's cabin. He told little Blake to stay quiet, but just moments later, heavy footsteps were heard outside. The man immediately raised his rifle, aiming toward the source of the noise. This was the first time in 20 years of hunting that he had encountered the legendary creature. His hands trembled slightly from the tension. The air was thick with a suffocating sense of dread, as if the monster could break down the door at any second. The man realized that this was a life-or-death moment for him and his son. But to his surprise, just as he braced himself for a desperate fight, the creature turned and walked away. After a long pause, the man slowly stood up. He could see the claw marks on the wooden planks, but there was no sign of the creature around. Still uneasy, he raised his sniper rifle to keep watch. Then, just as he was about to relax, he saw the creature flash by in the distance. Though he didn't hit it, the creature's growls grew fainter as it retreated. Only then did the man finally let out a long breath of relief. When his son asked about it, the man did his best to stay calm. Everything seemed too strange, and little Blake didn't buy his father's explanation of it being a bear. So, Blake secretly went down to the basement. There, he overheard his father speaking on the radio with someone. It turned out that what they had encountered that day was a legendary werewolf. At that moment, Blake had no idea that one day, the events of that day would become his unshakable nightmare. 30 years passed in the blink of an eye. Blake had grown up and moved to the big city, with a family of his own. He had completely forgotten about the werewolf legends. But little did he know, a letter would pull him back to that old farm. It was news of his father's death, and the key to the house had been sent by a neighbor. Having not been back in years, Blake decided to take his wife, Jenny, and their daughter back for the summer to visit the old family home.